Got here an Hudson Super Six. I'm gonna videotape this one. I'm gonna record this one. Once again, Chevy 350. Now, clearly, I don't mind you putting a 350 in this one because there's no way to get Essex parts because that company doesn't exist anymore. So if you want to put a Chevy 350 to make the car street reliable, you know, with the Kragar SS wheels, you know, don't hate on you because you're going to be picking and choosing parts for this. Now, I think Essex was the company that filed bankruptcy and it had all the inventory liquidated and sent to Germany, and then it became the inventory that they sent to Germany became the foundation for the company Audi. I think that's what happened, but I got to look that up because I'm not sure. But I believe it was Essex. Essex was the parent of Audi after bankruptcy liquidation. Got two air vents here. This steering linkage is sort of odd, but I mean, because there's a brace right here, but this rubs up against the exhaust manifold, and it's got a kink here that goes up against some of the body sheet metal. I don't know, man. I don't think headers are going to work if you're going to use it for this. You might have to go with a conventional exhaust manifold, I would think, or try to rearrange the linkage where it comes up and then down, because you got plenty of space here. But I don't know, but they got it here. I guess it runs. But it's a 4-door, 6-window. It's got the stereo mounted up high and speakers coming right down in your face. It's got cigarette lighters and extra. No, they put some amenities in this thing. I gotta look though, because I do believe Yankee Mobile Transport. That's not that. Like a Ford Sunliner. You know? Kragar wheels in the rear. You know, it's got a nice little steel bumper. Cool. That's how they used to do it back then. Take a leaf spring and then work it toward a leaf spring, and then you get yourself a bumper.
Want to see what it looked like when I got it?
Sure. So, hold on. This is. Oh, look at that. Nice interior. That's awesome. All right. That wasn't that bad.
No, it was in a barn since 1955.
Right. So it's basically oxidized paint, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
No rust out, no holes.
Very little. A raccoon was living in it.
Okay.
Inside the barn.
That means it stank. It was a stinky one.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the panels, all the body panels are there.
Now, do you know the history of this company, Essex?
It's Hudson.
Yeah,
Essex is the model.
Right.
But it's
it's a Hudson?
Hudson, yeah.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, 40 by Hudson.
Okay. Well, you know Hudson. Hudson started as a department store magnate in Detroit, and he wanted to make cars. So that's what he did.
Yeah, they did a good job.
They did. They made some great cars.
Yeah.
And then later on, they merged and became the parents of AMC, or Rambler, then AMC.
Nash, they bought out Nash, and then Nash Rambler.
And Kelvinator.
Yeah, and then they went tits up.
Yeah, well, you know, in '87, that's when Chrysler bought them out. So, but
American Motors had some pretty good cars.
They sure did. They sure did. What they had was great engineers, because they had guys that could work with a budget. Teeny tiny budget, you know. So if you can build a car that competes with, like I thought in the later years, the Ambassador was a great car. Yeah. You know, for its size and its price. You know.
I saw a Rambler that I forgot about it. It was the full size car, and it had a fastback, and it reminded me.
Yeah, there was one Marlin. There's one guy got one over there. He's got a Marlin. It's light blue. It's way over there facing the street. It's light blue with a black top.
Yeah.
Marlin was like the beginning of the fastback.
Yeah.
The thing was, didn't sell very well because it wasn't that attractive.
Right.
But when Dodge did it a year later,
with the Charger.
yeah, the Charger, first gen Charger.
Yeah, that was '66.
Yeah, right. See, there's a story behind that. It was Dick Teague. He said he wanted the car, the rear seat, to be tall enough for a guy to get in with his hat.
Yeah.
So that's why the roof is so high.
Yeah.
But what happened was they compromised on the trunk lid. So when you see the first 2 years of the Marlin,
Yeah.
that trunk lid is horrible.
Yeah.
You know, you got the whole rear of the car, and they have a one little center section for that's your trunk lid. That's your trunk.
Yeah.
That's not functional.
Yeah.
You know, so. But
And when I did this, I was gonna chop it.
yeah, it's a good thing you didn't.
Oh my word!
Yeah.
It's stopping at a stoplight now. I'm
Yeah,
bending
exactly,
down, you
exactly.
know? I am
As I
so
said,
glad I didn't
when
do that.
you chop it, you get in, your head touches the ceiling,
Yeah, oh,
you touches the roof, and then you get annoyed after 20 miles
Oh, yeah.
because either you got to lower the seat or you got to find something to do, so you wind up cutting the whole roof off. You know, but no, this is good.
Yeah.
This is good. And also, you got the 350 Chevy. You got Kragar Super Sports, disc brakes in the front. What you got in the rear? I got drum brakes in the rear.
Camaro rear end, it's drum.
Okay, all right. So it's original frame.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. See, I like that because one, it makes the car roadable. You know,
Well,
where'd you
I
come
wanted to
from?
keep my body original.
Yeah.
So I didn't do anything to the body that's
Yeah.
not original.
No, that's good because when people see you, they got to give you a thumbs up.
Yeah.
But what happens is you can actually drive this thing
Oh, yeah.
with modern, well, semi-modern, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, with a 350, you know, because if this goes, you know, go to AutoZone and they will have a part for a
They've got
350.
parts, yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, running down the road, it doesn't matter if it's 30 or 80. I can let go of the steering wheel and it tracks. straight.
yeah, that's good. That's
Rides
good.
pretty nice.
It's just the fact that you have enough faith in it to actually use it. You meet so many guys build it and won't use it.
A lot of these guys are building them for trophies. They come in a trailer.
Yeah.
And they're trophy cars.
That's cool.
And that's cool if that's what they like.
That's
I
cool.
want something I can use.
Yeah.
We go out for something to get something to eat or cruise down around the beach.
Right, you
or
want to
whatever
carry your
we do.
pals with you. Yeah, your wife and your buds and everybody.
the grandkids
yeah.
in the back.
Yeah, right. You know, that's
I'm doing a 60 Chevy panel van onto my GMC pickup.
all right.
now.
That's not bad.
It's different.
That's not bad, you
Well,
know,
challenge.
because I was noticing. See, but I'll give you credit though because the company doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
So using a Chevrolet block
Yeah.
in your restoration, absolutely fine.
Yeah.
What I don't like is if you could have stayed in the family and people
yeah.
don't.
Right.
I mean, it's their car; they can do whatever they want to do.
Absolutely.
But I just think. To me, it's an insult to the engineers that stayed with that company.
Well, like
they
putting
still
a Chevy in a Ford.
exactly because they're all over the place.
They are.
They're all over the place. You know.
Well, Chevys are cheaper to build than Ford.
No, I think they're cheaper to sell because I figure this is what I think about it. If I'm a builder, I can buy 10 blocks, build 10 blocks, sell 10 blocks without a problem, without a hitch.
Right.
Now, there's a guy over there. He's got an AMC. He's got a Rambler. He's got a Rambler over the corner, Rambler wagon.
Yeah.
Now, if I were to buy 10 304s, I could build 10 304s, but now I have to find a market for 10 304s.
Yeah.
See? So I get it. It's all business.
Yeah. Oh,
but it's just different.
For small guys like me to build a car,
Yeah.
if I bought a 32 Ford Coupe,
Yeah.
I'm a Chevy guy, so I'm going to put a Chevy in it.
All right.
But Ford makes a motor that
Yeah,
will
they do.
everything
yeah.
that Chevy will.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can put a 302 just as reliable.
Yeah.
You can put a Mopar 318 just as reliable.
Yep.
Even at AMC 304, it's not a slouch. It's just that, you know, this is what if you feel comfortable with the Chevy, go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
But my thing is also, you want to stick to some of the roots if you can, I guess.
Yeah, I
You know?
agree with that.
Yeah. It's
This thing
sometimes.
here, did you see my steering on this?
No.
Come look at that.
Oh, I did. I saw the linkage. It goes by the exhaust manifold.
That's what happens.
I saw
when
that.
You put your
Specialized
fucking brake
headers.
pedal up through the floor.
Right,
and
right.
Then put the body on it.
Right.
Then you find out your pedal.
You're right. I saw that.
Right.
Right there. Yeah. Yeah. I made note of that. Right. You know.
But I mean, it's tight. If you just touch that wheel, it.
All right.
Way. I mean,
All
the
right.
guy that helped me out with that was pretty.
All right. So
smart.
for the next time, you're saying what? Put the body on and the engine in, and the headers on, and then.
Put the steering column where you want it, and then do your pedals around them.
All right. All right.
Yeah, because the body was off it.
Right.
I did the frame. I started with a frame all sandblasted and painted, and I welded that Heights front end on it. And then I went to the clutch pedal and brake pedal.
Yeah. Because I said if you came up further, but it would kink right here where you have plenty of space.
I had to put hind joints because these things would flop around.
Right.
Yeah. Heights. No one makes a front end for a Hudson.
Right.
No one makes parts for a Hudson.
No.
I mean, my rear wheels, I would have loved to have fenders that come out, fiberglass fenders stick out 2 inches further. You can have them made.
Right.
The Ford or Chevys, they're on the shelf.
Right.
Hudson, they don't even want to talk to you. So.
Well, hopefully that'll change with 3D printing, you know, because I mean, to me, it's not an overkill. You come to a show and there's just too many of the same car. You know, even if I'm making, that's the point of making a video of these, because if a viewer watches the video that I make and he complains, I'm like, bro, there were so many Model A's and so many Camaros and so many Chevelles. The whole show could be that alone.
Used to be a lot of T-buckets, and you don't see it anymore. What'd they do with them all?
Well, I don't know.
Me either.
But if you go down to Long Island, you do see a lot of those though. Still, you see a lot of Model A's too. But you know, it's just it's just a different thing though. So, but this is beautiful, oh man. So, how far did you come from?
I come from Maine.
Maine.
Yeah,
oh,
4.5 hours.
All right.
I come across Vermont, New Hampshire.
All right, that's not even bad, man. But see, the fact that you can do that, you know, so that's what guys do, to build a car that you can rely on. You know?
Absolutely. You know, a friend of mine wanted to go to Carlisle, and I don't have the time. I wouldn't hesitate to drive there.
Yeah.
You know, I can do like 150 miles, 160 miles before I need gas.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Got AC. I mean, we had the AC on all the way here.
Oh, you got AC?
Yeah.
I didn't see, because I didn't see a compressor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's in there, so you got to look up. But
was it vintage air?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. And the year after I got this, they made even a smaller one. Now this one goes from the steering post to the wall.
Okay. All right.
And it's really a big unit for this car.
And you still got the window crank for to open up the windshield.
Oh yeah.
That's not bad. You know. And what's the tank on this? What, 15 gallons?
12.
12?
It might be 13. I've never ran it dry.
All right.
Original gas cap.
That's good, man.
And I got a key for it.
That's not bad.
Yeah, the license plate's not original. Originally that had a spare tire mount.
Right.
Had wood spoke wheels.
That's not bad, man. I like how they used to take the leaf spring and just bend it to give you a rear bumper.
That's factory. They're spring steel. That's what they were made for back then, to keep you from crunching everything.
Oh, wow.
You know, like all the old cars had spring steel bumper brackets.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's, I didn't know.
You try to drill a hole in that, you're gonna lose some bits.
Lose some bits, right. This is good, man. This is good stuff. I mean, you picked it. So, you found it in the barn up there.
Yes.
Oh, geez. See, as I'm telling people, they're out there. You just got to go dig, and some old guy who died about 50 years ago.
This guy here was in a nursing home.
Yeah.
And my buddy runs a junkyard. His wife worked in the nursing home, and he was saying, and somehow they got talking about cars, and he said, well, your husband might like what I got. So he went and looked at it. I was looking for a Terraplane. Hudson Terraplane.
All right, yeah. That's the one with the nose.
The nose is in 33. The Terraplanes came out, and they're instead of flat up and down, they were tilted back, and the dash, everything about the 33 Terraplane was much nicer than the Essex.
Right.
The Essex is quite square, you know what I mean? But in 33, everybody started to make them a little more.
Right.
So he told him about this, so he called me up, and he went and bought it, and he said, "Come look at this before you give up on it." And when I saw this, I said, "Yeah, I'll take it. Forget the Terraplane."
Yeah. This is awesome. So the master cylinder is still on the floor?
Yes.
It's under the floor, okay.
Yeah.
That's a dual circuit then?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. But it's not power, it's manual?
It's power.
It's power?
Yeah, it's power.
All right.
And I got a booster underneath, a vacuum tank underneath on the other side.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Yeah, man. That is great. The boosters on this side. No, that's the evaporator for that's the AC lineage. So it's under the body?
What's that?
The brake, the booster for the brakes?
It's in the frame.
It's in the frame? Oh, okay. Yeah, I won't be able to see that. But
this frame's got a great big X under it.
Yeah.
It's a very rigid frame. I boxed it from here back under the seats. But there's a big X cross member on it.
That was factory, you put that in?
Oh, yeah, that was all factory.
Oh, that's big. See, Hudson, that was some good stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they were good cars.
Now, what year is this? This
32.
is 32.
Yeah.
All right, 1932 Hudson Essex with the Super 6 originally, but it's got a 350 now. So you kept the original Super 6?
No, I sold
Sold
to
it?
somebody in the Hudson Club. I
Yeah.
joined the Hudson Club
All right.
so I could find parts.
Yeah, find parts,
I didn't
right.
have a hood ornament. So somebody in the club found that for me and I bought it.
That's swell, man. Yeah, I figured that Super 6 would be really reliable.
That Super 6 was a nice car.
Yeah.
I was here 3 years ago and a guy showed up. I'm walking out back and I said, look at that grill, that's a Hudson. So I went over and looked at it, exact same car, but he didn't refinish it.
Right.
So he put a 350 automatic, I went with a 5-speed. His body is all original with faded paint and stuff.
All right.
So it's pretty cool to see that car.
Now, what about these bulbs? You upgraded these, or?
Oh, the bulbs inside, yeah. But not the
lenses. Not the lenses, right?
Yeah, I had one lens broke.
Yeah.
And somebody told me about this guy in Lynn, Massachusetts, Don Axelrod. So I called him out and went down. His cellar is full of little walkways to the ceiling.
Yeah.
If he don't have it, they didn't make it.
Right.
And he said, yeah. He said, I got some of them. So we went and he said, over here. He pulls out 8 of them.
That's the guy.
And he's pulling them out. And he said, yeah, take this one. It's still in the original wax crate paper with the box.
That's the guy. But the problem is when a guy like that passes on,
and he's up there in age.
Yeah, right. They're all up there in age. Yeah. But when they pass
71.
on, and then when they guys, nobody that want this.
Somebody will go through that cellar and say, what's this? Get a dumpster.
Yeah, exactly. Goes to landfill.
Yeah.
His kids don't want it, and you might find a place that specializes in antique auto parts, but that's rare. You have to know what you got. And when you call somebody on the phone and say you've got a garage full of Hudsons and Cord stuff, they're gonna say throw it away because they don't know how to retail that.
Yeah, there was a guy up in my area who was a Hudson guy and had a barn.
Yeah.
And for years had Hudson. And a friend of mine worked for him when he was a kid, and he said, that guy's got everything Hudson. And he was dying. And when I was building this, I tried to get him because I wanted my running boards original rubber.
Right.
And I couldn't get him. And he wasn't answering the phone, and so I could never get a hold of him. So anyways, I met some guy who knew someone, and I ended up calling him out in Iowa. He said, I have the molds for them.
Yeah.
He says, call me in 3 months. I called him 3 months. He said, yeah, I can make them now. I got everything. I got the rubber. I'm ready to go. So I said, what kind of money are we talking anyways? He said, it would be about $900 a side. I said, yeah, I'm building a street rod, not an original.
I believe that. Yeah. Because I've heard that a lot of guys, they've had problems getting those repopulated rubber. They're cheap. And they feel like more like cardboard than rubber. So they want like the original ones.
Well, these were 3 parts.
Yeah.
And they were not laminated, vulcanized together. So I guess it's pretty cool looking. Had some pretty high ridges in it and stuff.
Right.
I wasn't going to drop $1,800 in.
Right.
In that.
I mean, you have to. I mean, there's a guy over there. He's got a rubber mat in the back of his truck, like diamond plate.
Yeah.
But it's like rubber, so it's like really, really heavy duty rubber. Yeah. So I mean, that might be the next step to do if you can't get them. It's $900 for one side. Shit. And then you got to pay shipping too. So.
Oh yeah. But if it was an all original car, I would have probably done something like that. But they're not worth that kind of money.
Right.
I got about $35,000 building this.
Yeah.
So I don't think I could get much more than that, or even that much to sell.
Right.
You got to find the right guy that wants.
You got to find the right buyer, right?
Yeah. And
you got to find a guy who likes automotive history, because he just,
Oh, you have to find a Hudson guy.
Yeah, right. But
a lot of nice cars here, huh?
Yeah, there are. But I got to pass over some of them because some of them just too.
Oh, you don't have enough time?
Yeah, not even. I've been here since Thursday, and there's still not enough time. But there's just so many of the same thing.
Oh yeah.
That
exactly.
Like last night on the strip.
Yeah.
There's only so many Malibus I need to see before I can go back to the hotel. So.
Yeah.